what's up, everyone? Welcome to the POPAHOLICS podcast with me collecting plastic and my co-host, Franklyn FM McInnis.
What's up, everybody?
So today was a big reveal day, Funkoween, one of my favorite reveal days. What about you?
I think it was an amazing day, and I was even thinking back some to Funkoween last year, and I thought last year was pretty good, but they really went all out this time.
Yeah, there's some stuff that I like, some stuff that I don't like too much. Let's start up with these sodas. Any thoughts right off the bat?
Well, I mean, there's some that went immediately, and I'm not surprised. Like, I know there's a lot of Disney fans out there. Like Sully seems like he sold out about everywhere, and especially having a flock chase, that's no big surprise. The Mickey is pretty cool. I actually think the black and white chase does look amazing. So again, that's another one I'm not too surprised that's mostly sold out. Different places. The Nightmare Before Christmas ones, I think people can still track those down, but it's the other ones, the ones that were actually in the Fun TV video, a couple of those that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. Corpse Bride, I really want to get, and I know some people feel the same way and are kind of nervous about where that one's going to get, dropped. Basically, is she going to be on Funko.com or is she going to be like a common one? Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that. The General Mills, I would only want them if I could get like the full set. Basically, like I wouldn't want like just one or two out of the three. I think that's kind of lame. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
they're
would be
pretty
nice
low
to get.
run, right? They're like 5,000 a piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which that seems like that's going to end up being Funko.com more than likely. With it being such a small number, it's going to happen out of nowhere. Somebody's going to be one moment eating their ham sandwich, the next moment they're seeing that it's sold out. Like it just popped up at lunchtime or something and it's gone. Like, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen with that set,
And
basically.
isn't that Yummy Mummy already out too? Isn't that one of the pricier ones?
Well, the what they had this time is actually it's kind of odd how they did it because they don't have Frankenberry. It's actually Fruit Brute. It's not Yummy Mummy. They have Fruit Brute on the way along with Boo Berry and of course Count Chocula. So I'm saying trio, even though it's not the traditional trio. The traditional trio really is Count Chocula, Boo Berry, and then Frankenberry. But they decided to mix it up some this time.
To me, like kind of all five of them go together. Like I really, that's one of my biggest regrets is not getting the actual Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy pops when I could. I think I remember us even talking about going like, yeah, man, they're kind of overdoing it with the ad icons. I think I'll pass on these like total dummies. But something interesting I noticed with the Funko sodas, because one of my favorite designs last year was that vampire Mickey Mouse with the cape or the Halloween Mickey.
Yeah.
And did you see that initially Funko had said that was only going to be 1,500 pieces, which is super limited. And I was actually kind of surprised by that. But later on, they tweeted that they had made a mistake and it's actually 15,000. So that one kind of sold out instantly, which is kind of funny because I know a bunch of people probably bought those thinking they're going to be super valuable, but now there's 15,000 of them. And I
Yeah,
noticed
I think I don't think anybody will regret the purchase though, except for people that probably tried to get a full case of them.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
what
I think it was going to be popular regardless though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great design. But by far, my favorite still is that Vampire Freddy soda. Like, I haven't bought any sodas yet just because I don't want to get into collecting a whole new line of the same characters. Like, most of the sodas already, have a pop. And I kind of don't want to get into that. The only ones I really want to get are the ones like this Vampire Freddy that doesn't have a pop. And it's Funko. I kind of like that. But did you notice that the chase for this one looks like it's a completely different mold as well? Not just a pretty awesome paint job, but the skeleton, the hair looks different and the hands look different.
Yeah, I just mentioned that in Funko News. As a matter of fact, I made sure I got a Funko News out before this day because I knew it was going to be a lot of stuff revealed basically, and I didn't want to be overloaded. But yeah, I said in Funko News that I really like that they did this. That is two completely different designs, and I would love to have both of those. I'm gonna go for them, and hopefully I could track them down. I'll tell you right now though, if I miss the initial sale, I don't even think I want to see what it's gonna look like on second market because some of the Chase sodas, people are trying to sell them more for them pops, Chase pops.
Yeah, I think that Vampire Freddy skeleton chase, if it's over 100 right off the bat, I won't be surprised at all.
Yeah, me neither. But I will say overall, I think the sodas are pretty solid. Even some people that may have not been on board with them initially, now they're seeing some pretty cool designs, some pretty cool chases, and I think some people are being converted, not just people, trying to flip them. I think some people feel like every time somebody orders something and they haven't ordered it, that it's a flipper. That's not always the case. I
Okay,
think
yeah.
a lot of these are actually going to find a permanent home because there are some pretty cool designs.
Yeah, like initially I didn't like the sodas too much. I think it's the eyes that are so close together. I don't like that. On a lot of them it doesn't look good. But a lot of these aren't bad. Like the Sully, I think looks really good to me. So does Ash. Of course the Vampire Freddy, the Mickey. There's just some of them that I just don't like the design. And like I said before, I'm not interested in getting just a whole new line of all the same characters, but I like if they come out with several Freddy Funkos, I probably will try to get those. And I guess I'm just like weird as a collector where I don't like to display open figures too much. They get dusty. It's just a hassle to me. But these sodas, as far as sprinkling in like some cool Funko products in with the pops and in with the other collectibles, yeah, they're starting to grow on me a little bit.
And the thing that's smart about the sodas too is like, especially for people that have been collecting for a long time, is something that doesn't take up a ton of space. I actually think the cans themselves are the most cumbersome part of them, but I mean, you actually can stand the figure on top of the can. They really, when it come down to it, don't take up a ton of space, and they look cool.
Now, that Space Ghost, is that from Scooby-Doo or what is that from? Because it looks like that spooky space kook.
I think
But
they refer to him as being from Scooby-Doo.
yeah, because like it has a different name on the pop, and this one's just Space Ghost, and it looks different to me. I guess I have to like look that up a little bit more.
Yeah, of course, when I think Space Ghost, I think of the Space Ghost Coast to Coast
Yeah,
character
that's what I
that.
thought he's gonna be at first when
But
I
no, no,
heard.
I think he is a Scooby-Doo villain. You want to talk about the Disney, what Disney got revealed
Yes.
today?
Yeah, let's see the next one.
Okay, so I'll let you go ahead and kick it off. What do you think about these here? Like, are you actually going to go for any of these?
So I don't think I'm gonna go for any of these because I have all these characters already, the ones that I want. But if I didn't, I would definitely get them. I like these bases that they're putting them on because as far as I know, they're still being shipped or packaged in just regular pop size boxes. Whereas maybe these ones on the thrones, I think those are like kind of deluxe and everything. But I really think that Dr. Facilier from Box Lunch looks pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Like
amazing.
I
They
kind of
they
want to
did an
get that
amazing
one.
job.
He looks
Yeah.
really good. The green smoke effect, the face paint, it looks really good to me.
And by the way, that one I think is pre-sold out, but people that have been collecting for a while, we know pre-sold out doesn't mean a thing. It's going to be available again. So nobody freak out about that. Of course, it'll be available again. And yeah, he absolutely does stand out. And I feel like there's a lot of Disney collectors that do display their pops out of box. So doing these really cool, stands for them and everything, like it gives people more incentive to display them out of box even.
And I like that they didn't get greedy with it and try to be like, oh, well, let's call these deluxe and put them in a bigger box. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but judging from the other ones that they have put out, like the Disney princesses and stuff that have these little stands, I believe they're just going to be in regular pop boxes and regular pop prices. Um, the ones on the thrones, all three of them look really good to me, especially that
Yeah.
Ursula looks great.
Yeah, that design is really awesome. I really wonder how the final product is going to look with that one.
Yeah,
I
it
tell
looks.
you though, like for people that are into Maleficent as a dragon, Funko is just killing them because they just keep on improving on the dragon. So
Yeah, I have the original. I remember the original when it first came out. I think it immediately shot up to like $90. It was cool, right? It was
yeah.
before there was a bunch of 6-inch pops and everything, and it looked cool. It looked almost like a gargoyle. This one I kind of like, but I like wasn't there one that kind of looked like the original, but it was breathing fire?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
I like
mean.
that
Like
one
I
better.
said, that one improved on the original. And now this one, I'm saying it's an improvement just because I think, the size of it, I think some people really want it at that size. Although I will say it's surprising that they're putting out that they actually revealed a common in a glow in the dark variant at the same time, because it's like, in my opinion, kind of easy choice because the metal, I mean, The glow in the dark one also looks somewhat metallic as well with the paint job. Like it just looks better all around to me personally, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be difficult to get. Last time I checked, the pre-order was still up on Amazon.
See, and I like that because I hate when they announce, the common, and then wait like a month or two to wait for everybody to order it, and then they announce the better, the slightly better version. I'm kind of
Yeah,
glad that they're letting you know right away, going, look, there's gonna be this other one. Try to get it. If you don't, we got this common left over. If you're too slow, you know.
yeah, basically. So it does end up working out. And
I do like the yellow mouth on it. Maybe it's accurate to the cartoon or the film, but I don't like the way the yellow mouth looks compared to the rest of the pop because I think the green, the black, and the purple look good together. And that yellow mouth is really jarring to me. It looks almost unfinished. It doesn't look like what the inside of a dragon's mouth would look like to me.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe that is meant to set it apart or something. Yeah, I don't know either. It really does draw too much attention. I do agree with that.
Yeah, but
Uh,
pretty much I like everything on this page. I'm not a big fan of this style of mystery mini though. I don't like the way the heads and eyes look on these. But I'm not really a mystery mini collector. I'm pretty sure other people that collect this style of mystery mini are really gonna like these.
Yeah, this design reminds me of the Bombshell minis, the DC Bombshell minis, and there's been some other minis like that as well, where something's just a little bit off about the face, especially the nose, because the nose isn't like fully sculpted. It's like kind of a little bump in the middle of their face. It just looks, I don't know, a little weird to me. I would say overall, mystery minis are not quite as cool as they used to be. That's just my opinion.
Although I do like that because honestly, this is like the same style mystery mini that they've been making since we first started collecting Funko Pops, I think. Like, so if you've been collecting mystery minis for years now, these will still kind of fit in with the other ones that are done in this style because they have
I
like
guess.
3 or 4 different styles of mystery minis that they do.
I guess like I'm saying, like the main ones that I like are like the original DC superheroes mystery minis are actually still my favorite. And I
Mhm.
love how they had the big like drawn on eyes and everything, very cartoonish, I guess you would say. I really like that style more so. Whereas these, of course, they have the solid black eyes. I guess they're more similar to like, mini pops, and maybe that's what they're going for more so. But I
Yeah.
kind of like when they get that cartoonish look going on with them.
Yeah, see, and sometimes I wondered too how these would have looked in the ones they did like the Arkham mystery minis and then the I think the Walking Dead ones had that same style. Since these are villains, I wonder how it would look in that style as well.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, I guess it's good to kind of mix it up, to appeal to different tastes when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I know we neither one of us really care about them so much. I just wonder in general. I'm assuming that these plushes must sell because they
People
keep on
love
making
plush.
these.
People love there's a whole and I think we don't see it on our channels, right? Because I don't know if the plush community, whatever the hell you want to call them, I don't know if they also collect Funko Pops too. But a lot of the other nerdier channels I watch and stuff, I see like in their backgrounds just whole collections of plush.
Oh, so and now that I think about it, I guess they would make really good gifts as well.
Yeah.
For people that aren't even really necessarily in the collecting community, just if they see a character that they know somebody likes as a plush, and you think about it, it really could go for all ages. I mean, it's a good gift for a kid, people in a relationship of all different ages. It's something cutesy to get to somebody that you're dating or you're in a serious relationship, whatever it may be. So yeah, I guess it does make sense in that way.
And sometimes whenever I see Funko put out new plush and stuff, it makes me think of Jenny Nicholson, the YouTuber, because she's big into plush, and like I feel like she's probably not alone, right? There's just probably a whole subsection of people that are into plush, and she's kind of famously talks a lot of shit on pops and stuff. She doesn't like pops, and she makes fun of pop collectors and stuff, but she's really into
Oh,
plush.
I actually follow her. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah,
She doesn't put out videos like very often, but it's because she puts a lot of time into her videos though. So
yeah. Some
yeah,
videos
I
take her
remember
like up to a year.
she had a collection of stuffed spiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's
But
people that like them.
yeah, definitely. Um I want to talk about the Boo Hollow as well. Not like I mean, are you interested in Boo Hollow at all?
So I'm not interested in it, but I definitely like the aesthetic of it. And I like how they're all kind of the same colors. It reminds me a lot of like classic art toys. So I'm not gonna collect them. I don't want to buy them. If somebody gave me some, I'd like them. But I do like these designs, and I can see why somebody would really love these.
What I find really interesting, and I actually do have almost the complete set of the first Boo Hollow figures, Paka Paka. I may have been just missing maybe like one or two of them, but what I really find interesting is they must have done really well because this is the first time I think that Funko has actually taken a Paka Paka series and actually created like full size pops out of them, and they got the Pop Ride, the Pop Deluxe, all that going on. So this must have been a popular set for them, and I actually really do like some of the designs. I could see myself getting a couple of the full size figures and actually a full case of the second wave of the Paka Paka. I almost thought about doing a pre-order, but I was going to do it with Entertainment Earth, and I don't think I want over $100 suddenly coming out of my account,
Right.
that I forget about that. So I'll wait until it's actually in stock and then get an order in for it because I really do like them. My only issue with the original set, and I hope that they fix that issue with this one, is that some of the figures just didn't really want to stand very well because, of
Yeah, that's
course,
awful. I've
yeah, with the
noticed that
really
with some of
slim
the
legs.
sodas.
But of course, I'm a dragon completionist, so I will be trying to get that dragon in my collection. But yeah, these are just fun to me. They're fun. They represent Halloween, nice colors, so I'm down with them. I do like these.
Yeah, and they have like a pretty good amount of detail. Um, for even the ones that are small, the full size ones, they have a lot of detail. And I think something I like about them too is that they're not trying to reinvent the wheel, right? I think sometimes when Funko branches out and tries to make like a new collectible or something like that, it almost seems like they're trying to like put in all the qualities that made Funko Pops popular and just try to slightly tweak it. But this right here seems like its own thing. It doesn't even seem like a Funko product to me. And I think that's smart because it's like, don't like branch out into something else, right? These aren't just like the same characters they've made pops of and rock candies of and Dorbs of, right? It's just completely new thing, and I think that's smart.
Yeah, what's nice about these is that I feel like some of the other Funko products, almost like some of the other original characters, feel almost like they're designed by committee. Like
Yeah,
especially those ones, the Whitmore Forest, that felt like it was designed by committee, that it
it
was
does.
strategic more than artistic. Whereas these, it's something about them where they almost feel familiar and yet they feel very unique at the same time. So yeah, I really am down with the Boo Hollow.
Well,
So
these ones look like somebody that really likes Halloween monsters and this aesthetic. It looks like somebody's singular vision, where the Sleepy
yeah.
Hollow, the other ones, whatever they were called, Sleepy Stump Hollow, whatever they were. What were they called? Those original. You just mentioned them.
The Whitmore Forest.
Yeah, the Wetmore Forest. Like you say, it seems like they go, okay, let's make something that looks like it could be in a children's book, that looks like it could be plush, that it's not too scary. Yeah, it definitely. I couldn't put my thumb on exactly why I didn't like those, but yeah, I think you just nailed it with they look like they're designed by a committee.
Yeah, and these it's like somebody's notebook drawings come to life basically,
Yes.
and that's pretty cool to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these actually. Now, with the General Mills, okay, the watches, in my opinion, are kind of cool because that's kind of an old school thing. Um, I don't know exactly how they plan to sell these, if it's going to be Funko.com or what, but I think the watches overall are kind of cool. They're not for me, obviously, but I think with the old school vibe, some people will be into those. But the foodies, I'll let you share your thoughts about these foodies here.
Well, I don't entirely hate them. Um, I like that at least it's not just eyeballs on the product. They kind of incorporated it into the bowl with the little smiley face. And then the hands coming out. So it kind of makes this weird optical illusion with the bowl and that it's the arms coming out. I kind of like that. Am I gonna get these? Probably not. But I can see though, like if I were happen to get them, and because I have these cereal monsters, putting the actual Frankenberry and then the box, and then Boo Berry and then the box, Count Chocolate and then the box would kind of look cool in a collection. Um, So I don't entirely hate these. And then the feet aren't just, feet that come down, generic looking toes, right, in a yellow color that doesn't make sense. These ones seem a little bit more designed. Um, I don't love them, but I don't hate them, if that makes
I think
sense.
there is a little more thought into them than maybe some of the other foodies. Now that you mentioned the feet, though, it is a little bit odd that they gave Blueberry's box feet because normally he doesn't really have feet, But
Oh
I guess it
yeah.
would have looked odd with the blob up under it, though. I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason behind them doing that. Maybe it is to help it stand. I don't know, but I do like the detail of the Count Chocula actually holding like the milk pitcher. That's a pretty cool detail. So it does seem like a little thought was put into them, but it's not for me though necessarily.
Yeah, but I mean, I could see why people will like these though.
I will say though, whenever they do something with General Mills, it just seems like smart business because it feels like a set. It's always going to feel like a set. It's always going to make you want all of them, basically. And like I said, these are the three that I tend to think of as like that core three for General Mills. And then there's also, of course, we mentioned Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy as well, which maybe they'll do them eventually too, in this style, in the foodie style. Who knows? But yeah, like I said, it's smart business when it comes down to it.
Yeah, it's very hard to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna get Count Chocula. It's like it's either you get the whole set or none.
I'm that weirdo though that actually likes Frankenberry more than the others, but I still though when it comes down to it, yeah, they definitely end up feeling like a set.
Yeah.
So a couple of random things here. Well, what we know about Hocus Pocus already, although that character, I've only seen the movie like the full movie maybe once or twice, and I can't remember the character in this particular outfit. Do you know the movie well
I
enough to
mean,
know?
not gonna lie, dude. I've only seen it one time, and I was a kid. Um, and it kind of creeped me out. I didn't like it. So I really don't know much about it. I don't even think I paid that much attention. I just remember like, I think Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker, and then I forget the other Mimi Majimi, whatever her name
Her
is, the
name
other
is
one.
hard to say. Yeah,
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
I remember them. I remember what they look like, but I don't remember anything about the movie. I never knew it was that popular for them, and it must be though, because they make a lot of pops,
Yeah,
and I
it's
do like the
hugely
way this pop
popular.
looks.
And it's gonna be even more popular because there's finally like a sequel on the way or whatever. But
Really.
I didn't see the full movie until honestly like maybe a year or two ago. Like I had never seen the full movie until somewhat recently. And the main thing that creeped me out about the movie was the whole thing about them being after the boy because he's a virgin. I was like, how many times are they gonna say
See, I
virgin in
don't,
this movie?
I
And his
don't
family.
remember anything
Like
about it. Like,
it was a little weird. But I'll tell you though, as far as this pop is concerned, I think it's a good looking pop. But if you told me it was from Harry Potter, I'd believe you because
yeah,
that's what it reminds me of. It just looks like a Harry Potter character, basically. But for
or
people
like
that are a
Sabrina the
fan of it,
Teenage Witch.
yeah, for people that are a fan of it, I think they'll be on board with that though.
So the Elvira, okay, it's a great pop. I like it, right? It looks cool with the heart, but it's so close to the other Funkoween Elvira with the red dress, except for instead of her hands being on her hips, she's now holding the heart, which is cool. It's cooler than the other one, but it's so close that like, I mean, maybe they probably would have never done it, but it would have been so cool if they would have done her like how she looks at the end of the Elvira movie with the big kind of like collar headpiece and the
Oh yeah,
tassels. That
they
would have
got
been
to do that at some point.
so much better. I mean, maybe because it's inappropriate, but it's Elvira. Like, who's gonna be buying Elvira for a kid, right? It's just I think it's adults buying Elvira.
Well, they
Um,
could they could do the huge collar and all that. Like they could do certain aspects of the outfit and yet still have her covered, and it would still look good.
Yeah, or even if they have her kind of like in a bikini kind of thing, but even if they put tassels on her, right? Like say she's topless and they put the tassels, I want to say she still had kind of like a spider web looking bra kind of thing on. So it really wouldn't be any more risque than like a pop that's just wearing a bathing suit or that pop that came out from the office with the actual boob blurred out. I think that would have been so much better and then that would have looked great in the Diamond series with the glitter. It would have been totally appropriate. This to me is too close to the other one. I'm still gonna get it because I love Elvira, but it's just too close to the one we have already.
What's funny to me about this one though is that it is a pretty cool pop, but just a couple years ago, with that event, and I think it was in Florida where there was going to be a release of an exclusive Elvira pop. You had people about at each other's throats trying to get
Yeah.
this exclusive pop,
The
and,
orange
and
dress one.
now and now you can get this cool looking Elvira, no problem. So people aren't going to be stressing quite so much. That rarity thing is just, some people get ridiculous with it.
Although I want to say that it sold out, the pre-orders sold out, but as far as I know, this is a common, because I think Entertainment Earth had it and so did Amazon. But
Yeah,
I
I
want to
think
say
it's
that they
still
sold out.
I think it's still listed on some sites though. I think at time of this recording, I don't know how long that's going to last, but I think it is still listed with some sites though. Um, but yeah, it's a cool pop. I didn't do a well, actually, I started to do a pre-order, and maybe I should go ahead and get one in if I can, just to be on the safe side. But I think this will actually hit store shelves eventually.
Yeah, I mean, she looks great. My only gripe is she looks too much like one I already have, and so
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of redundant. What I really do like, and it's a shame I was at work because I would really want these. It's the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo. They're not from the Scooby-Doo show, like, the really old school one. These are more kind of like in the late 90s reimagining of the Scooby-Doo show, but they're still really cool, right? It's like a spooky girl band. And I do think they look good, especially, I forget their names, but I really like the one in the middle. Looks really cool.
Yeah, I did not remember these at all, and maybe that's why. Maybe I never saw that like revival of the series, and I was wondering, like, I saw people going crazy for them on social media, and I was like, huh? Like, this is one of those few times where I had no idea what in the world was going on. But of course, again, the initial pre-orders don't really matter much in the long run. Hot Topic is pretty good about stocking and restocking, so you'll get your opportunity with these eventually.
So don't go on eBay because I want to say people are putting these on eBay already for close to $300. I was like, you got to be kidding me. $300? Anybody who
And
buys
and
it for 300 is gonna feel like a fool later on.
Yeah, and at this point, people are mainly going after new collectors that may not know to be patient at times, and some things will be readily available. And like I said, Hot Topic really does tend to restock. As a matter of fact, I mean, lately they've been constantly restocking old exclusives. So, yeah, patience will pay off, I think, when it comes to this.
And I really think that, I mean, if I were them, you put out 3,000 of these, right? Let them sell out, let the hype build, let everybody get excited, let people see how much they're going for on eBay. So when they do release the 30,000 run, right? People will buy them in a heartbeat.
Yeah. um, I do want to go ahead and get to, if you don't mind, going ahead and get into this Jaws movie moment.
It's amazing.
Yes, it's amazingly designed, but
What don't
let
you
me.
like about it?
Okay, it was a long time, and again, there's some movies I just saw later in life. Like, I didn't see Jaws as a full movie until I was an adult, and it was actually just a couple years ago because I always like saw bits and pieces of it. But then I actually finally sat down and watched it from beginning to end, and loved the character Quint. I think he's a great character,
Yeah.
and it always bugged me that he died this horrific death. And if anybody says spoiler alert, like, please come
Out
on.
of it, come on.
But it just really annoyed me, like, tonally, that I didn't like the way that movie ended. I felt like it ended on a too much of a cheery note, considering that this awesome character had just died. So that's why I really don't like to see things representing his death so much. It's not entertaining to me. It's not like it makes me sad or anything like that. I'm not getting all emo over it, but it's like he's such an awesome character. So, like, I don't want this constant reminder of the way that he went out in the movie around.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I do think it looks pretty cool. Like the water, I think I have to see it in person because it looks good, but that paint job could go horribly wrong because it looks like it's kind of like a solid blue, and then they kind of highlight it with the white to make it look like waves, which
Yeah.
is nice because if they would have just made clear blue plastic like they've done to some of the other moments, it would have looked awful. It just doesn't look like water. This
Well,
looks like
hopefully,
water.
yeah, hopefully it won't look like a croc in person.
Yeah, I mean, even the boat's got some nice detailing because that's another thing I don't like about some of the rides and some of the moments is that some of the bigger pieces look like not detailed enough. And this does look pretty detailed. Maybe Jaws could have been a little bit bigger compared to Quint there because Jaws is huge, and maybe they could have made the shark a little bigger.
Yeah, that's one thing
So it's
about what like finally watching the full movie is like I knew that Jaws was huge, and I'd even seen the clip before of him coming up out the water, but still, when you watch the full movie and he finally comes up out the water, is that's a crazy moment.
yeah.
So
Have you ever been to the Universal Studios ride?
yeah, yeah. Actually, I was a kid when I went. Yeah, but yeah, I've seen that before.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. It looks like, I mean, is it going to be a GameStop exclusive too? It is, right? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's actually already up for pre-order. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's a big piece though, so I'm probably not gonna get it. I don't collect too many of the movie moments, but I do appreciate them.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not knocking anybody that's into it. I mean, go for it. I definitely understand if anybody likes this because it's a movie moment that feels truly like a movie moment. Like movie moments have come along from where they started. It's not just two characters standing on a platform
Oh
anymore.
yeah.
There's more to them now. So it's a good progression of movie moments. But yeah, like I said, just for me, I just don't want that reminder of that character dying like all the time.
Although he is putting his foot up there, right? It's like one where he's fighting, he's not actually
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
chomped in half.
at
That would have
least
been
there's that.
horrible.
Because didn't they actually put out a version of Jaws where Quint was straight up in his mouth?
Yes, it's all bloody.
Yeah, that was a bit much. That was a bit much.
See, I thought that one was kind of cool.
All right. Within the Fun TV video, they did show some Marvel. Although, I mean, we already knew about the Red Hulk on the way. The with the glow in the dark chase, that's going to be at Hot Topic, and yeah, people are definitely going to be after that chase as well.
See, dude, I dislike these, man. Like, I'm not big into the zombies or the Venomized. I know a lot of people like them. I know you like them too. But I've said before, like the zombies to me, I don't like the green all over them. I just don't. If that was blood, I think it's kind of cooler. And I haven't read the books either, so I'm not really familiar with the whole zombie story. That could be the disconnect there. But isn't there a Thor already?
Yeah, well, I was about to say, don't be too presumptuous with me on these because I like the Red Hulk. I'm not a fan of this Thor. I'll pass up on that. Um, with the Thor, I mean, there's definitely a Venomized Thor, and I thought they'd already revealed this zombified Thor. I don't know. Maybe this is a different version of him or
Maybe,
something,
but I'm
but
pretty sure. I
it
want to say
does.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me. I think the Kingpin looks really goofy, Venomized. Like
Yeah,
it's
I hate
just I don't know why they bothered with that one. That one I can actually pass on, and I'm somewhat of a Venom completionist, but no, that one just does not work for me. Now, Jack O' Lantern, I actually like that they're making him, but it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with his pose in that image. So I need a better look at what exactly is going on with him.
kind of looks like he's sliding down something. But yeah, this yeah, it really they didn't really show a very clear image, and I'm kind of surprised that Funko didn't put this in their official reveals, even though it's in the video. Kind of strange, but yeah, all these to me are hard pass. Even the Red Hulk, to
I
me,
will
I'm
say,
not really collecting that. Yeah.
hopefully the Jack O' Lantern looks better when I get it like a full look at it because he is one of the villains that actually went up against Agent Venom, and I'm a big fan of Agent Venom, so I wouldn't mind getting this figure if it looks good, as a final figure.
It
That
looks
and the Red
like
Hulk, but yeah,
it looks like they're gonna do the same effect they did on the Jack pop from The Incredibles. It
yeah.
looks like that's what the head's gonna look like on this one. Like it's gonna be the jack-o'-lantern underneath, and it's gonna have this clear plastic piece on top to make it look like it's on fire. And if they do that, I'm pretty sure it's gonna look cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really looking forward to a better look at that, and they actually went through that reveal very very quick in the video, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait, I guess, to see exactly how they're gonna look. But that Red Hulk though should actually be releasing this week. If that date that's floating around is correct, so that could actually be out by the end of the week.
And I do think that's a big improvement over the original Red Hulk. I'll give it that.
Yeah,
I don't like the yellow mouth though.
yeah. That I mean, I guess I don't know. We said that earlier, didn't we, about the Maleficent?
Yeah, because it's just
Um,
off-putting to me. It's like, what? Who has a yellow mouth?
yeah, it is a bit awkward. I guess they're going for something like super cartoony or something. I don't know, but it
I
doesn't
don't know.
completely ruin the figure for me. And maybe it'll look cool with the glow. Who knows if you actually
Yeah.
get the chase with that? Maybe it'll look cool. The DC figures here, I've actually shared these before in Funko News. I had some images of them before, but they did do the reveal in the Fun TV. Definitely want to hear your thoughts about these.
So I definitely like the design on these. They're better than I expected them to be, especially I think Batman, Joker, and Bane look really good. And Harley, because I like Harley, but I think she might be the weakest one. But I love the colors on Batman. Um, but the Joker one is my favorite, and this is why. Because normally the Day of the Dead stuff, like in Mexico, they're called Catrines, right? And Catrines means like people that are dressed fancy, right? Catherine means fancy or nice, dressed up nice. And if you look at actual Day of the Dead sculptures and artwork, it's usually people dressed up like in suits and very nice dresses and things. Um, so I like these, but I think that's why the Joker one looks the best because he's actually wearing a suit and he looks like a Catherine that's dressed like the Joker. Like what I would have liked them to do is Harley Quinn, the head looked the same, maybe not the big mask like that, and have her in a gown. Maybe have Batman incorporate some kind of suit and have a cape like he has, but have it be like a suit, like an actual Catherine that would be painted up like this. The Bane one I like because he looks like a luchador. So that one looks kind of cool as is. Um, I would kind of like them to do that. Although what would be even better is if they just kind of make a separate Day of the Dead Catrinas, maybe incorporate that into a spastic plastic line, kind of like the TJ. I would like to see more of that, and I think they would be pretty cool. Although when things aren't connected to an actual property or character, people don't seem to like them as much. So it's kind of like, you can't have it both ways, I guess. But I do like these, and I think I'm gonna try to get the Joker, the Batman, Bane, and Harley Quinn for sure.
Well, I like here that they did decide to do Blue Beetle and I forget the name of this particular Green Lantern, but I think it's cool that they did them because they're both Latino, basically, so that's why they did those particular characters. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh,
I
really?
like
See, I'm
the
not familiar with Blue Beetle or this Green Lantern at all.
yeah. That's why they did those particular characters. Now, I think the Batman looks pretty cool. I liked how they did the cape with the red on the inside. It's just a sort of a different look there, and the design. It just looks good to me. It's interesting that Batman, Joker, and Bane each have a glow version. If you really look at the Joker, though, it's one of those situations where you got to really love the glow to go for that one because I actually think the common might end up looking better. You know,
Yeah, a lot of the times the glow, especially when it's like a white piece like that, always looks a little washed out, or the color looks muddy almost compared to the really clean white look. And most of the time, you ain't looking at your pops in the dark, right? And even if you are, you got to have a black light on them to really see the glow. So I- I've always not minded so much when I can't find the actual glow chases. I don't know if these are chases or exclusives, but yeah, I wouldn't mind just having the regular ones if I can't find the glow on these.
yeah. I really think in the long run it'll be all right if you don't get a glow variant, even if it is a chase. Yeah, I think the commons will probably end up looking just as good, if not better. Now, one thing that does bug me a little bit about these though is with the Flash. Okay, so if these are Day of the Dead pops, why in the world did they not do Black Flash? Like he's literally like a Grim Reaper. That character, the Black Flash, is like a Grim Reaper character.
Oh, see, I don't
So
know, but yeah, that would have been cooler.
that it would have made a lot of sense. But yeah, and the Flash is definitely my least favorite one. He just looks a little bit cheesy to me personally.
Yeah, I don't see myself getting that one, especially too because look how cool the design is on like Bane and Batman's masks, and then look at the Flash one. It doesn't even look like Day of the Dead. It looks kind of more like an Arizona kind of pattern or like a Native
Yeah,
American pattern.
he looks like something I would see at south of the border. Remember I told you about in South Carolina how we have south of the border, which is like this horrible, stereotypical, like just tourist trap. Like he looks like something I would find there, basically.
He does look like that.
And
You know
then
what's cool about the
the
Batman
Gabriel.
one though? Remember the old Rey Mysterio pop? It's like a variant. It's worth a ton of money now. It's like the Rey Mysterio that has like the black colorway on it. This
Yeah,
Batman looks a lot like that one and looks really cool to me.
yeah, I like it. I actually have a bucket. Like I got a gift from somebody that out in LA one time, and it's a like a Halloween bucket, but it's Batman's head, but it's done up in this style, and it looks pretty cool.
What do you think about this Fluffy?
For one thing, I'm not calling any dude Fluffy. I've said that before, and I'm standing by it. So the Iglesias one, like it looks cool, but I kind of wonder. Okay, pop. I guess it's mainly for pop collectors in general. I don't know if his fan base that is just like his, fans of his comedy straight up will really care about this at all. So I guess this is mainly for collectors to go after.
Yeah, this is going to be a super rare piece that he can sign.
And hopefully, like, I think his website has been better than when he released his first pop. He, like most people, they don't realize how much of a demand there is for figures, especially exclusives. So I think his other releases have been better, but I don't know. This might be one that crashes his site. If it depends on if this is going to be a small number, which it probably will be, But
I mean, if this is over 5,000 pieces, I'll be surprised.
Yeah. So this could be one that pretty much tests his servers again.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know his comedy. I'm not too familiar with him, but I do kind of like the look of this pop. I like the colors. I like the overall day-to-day design. I like it. I'm not gonna get it or anything, but I do think it's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. It does look good. I will give it that. It definitely does look good. I think all of his pops have been, solid. I really like the one of him with his dogs. I thought that was a pretty cool one for him to do. All right, so now we're finally down to what I consider to be more of the hardcore reveals, basically. What do you think about the different Michael Myers that they are doing?
So I think this Michael Myers is a huge improvement over the original Michael Myers. I've never liked that pop. I've always thought it looks bizarre the way they decided to do the mask, and it just kind of looks flat on the bottom. It reminds me of the way they did Finn from Adventure Time. It just always looked bizarre to me, and it's one of the reasons I never got this Michael Myers. But this one, I think I am gonna get just to have a Michael Myers because I think it's just vastly improved over the original, and I think the 10-inch ones look good too.
Yeah, it still bugs me a little bit when they do like a blood splatter pop, and it's not really anything too special necessarily. And in this case, I feel like you might as well go for the blood splattered version of Michael Myers. That's just my opinion, basically. But it is weird that they're still doing that FYE exclusive variant of the original design that's blood splattered. And it actually is like I think it pre-sold out, which is kind of interesting. Even though the new design is much better, but yeah, people are still going for that one as well.
What I kind of like about the FYE one, though, even though I don't like the design, I don't even like how they did the blood splatter, but it does remind me of the way Funko used to originally do the blood splatter, where it didn't seem to make much. They just kind of splatter it
With the
randomly.
brush, yeah.
It doesn't look great. Like I like if you look at the specialty series, the jumbo size one, I'm willing to bet that if you go back into the, watch the movies, that even that blood splatter is really accurate to one scene from the movies, and I like how it looks. Like it's just not overdone. It doesn't look like somebody just got a regular pop and decided to do blood splatter themselves, because that's how a lot of the old school ones look. But the fact that Funko decided to do that for this FYE one, it's almost like a throwback. Like it's almost like, hey, remember when pops used to be really crappy? And to me, that's what it reminds me of. So it's kind of cool, I think, for a certain type of collector.
Well, now you're gonna have to do a top 10 blood splatter pops.
Right.
As long as Patrick Bateman is on the list, I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, that's like number one right there.
Yeah, because that's the best blood splatter in my opinion, basically. Yeah, but yeah, the Michael Myers are cool. I don't know if I add them to my collection. I'm not like the biggest Halloween fan, although I think I enjoyed the more recent movie more than some other people did. Some people had some issues with it, and it wasn't perfect, but I think overall it was well directed, and I like the whole generational thing, them standing up for themselves. So it worked for me overall.
Yeah, I mean, since I don't have a Michael Myers, I do kind of want to get that Amazon one, but I think it might have sold out, but we'll see.
And they're good for restocks as well.
Yeah.
Now Mandy, I'm so surprised that Mandy is getting pops, even though it has been in the rumor mill before. I've shared it in Funko News that it's rumored to be on the way, but I guess I just wasn't really thinking so much about what they would do with it. I would say, now I've seen the movie, and I feel like the pops are definitely heightened even more from what we see in the movie, but it's pretty interesting. The designs for me personally, And I didn't realize that Elijah Wood was actually a producer on the movie, and Funko did a little interview with him, and he's talking about how he's hyped for these figures, and he feels like this will help the movie find a new audience. Which I would say, if you're into horror and also into Quentin Tarantino, then it's a movie worth checking out. It's kind of a slow burn. I mean, really slow, early going on, but then it definitely ramps up towards the end. So yeah, if you're into horror, like I said, and into Quentin Tarantino, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. I think you recommended it to me because, you know, I sit there and watch I'll watch movies from like the 50s and 60s, black and white, like Italian art films, right? So like a slow burn to me is not a big deal. Like I kind of like when movies pace themselves like that and build up the tension. I just haven't got around to it. But
Yeah,
you say they're
and if you
hyped a
if you
little
like
bit, but do they
Nicolas
look
Cage
accurate?
being Nicolas Cage, then
Which I do like. Yeah, I like
yeah.
one of my favorite Nicolas Cages is like Nicolas Cage in Wild at Heart, right? Where it's like completely out of his mind. So I like unhinged Nicolas Cage for sure.
Yeah, and these designs are cool. I especially love that they got his character with that axe. The design of that axe is incredible.
What is it
So
on? What is Mandy on? Is it Netflix?
um I think I watched it on Amazon Prime. I may have actually rented it though. I can't remember for sure. Or no, I know what it is. Amazon Prime had the option to add on Shutter, so I checked out Shutter for a while. Which Shutter is a service
Uh,
that's all about horror movies, and it was on there.
damn. Maybe that's why I
But
haven't.
it's worth renting, dude. Like I think you like it enough. It's worth a rental at least.
Cool, cool.
And then you'll see what some of these character designs are about, including the green guy there, which I won't ruin that for you.
Yeah, I mean it looks interesting just from these pops alone.
Yeah, and like I said, I like that they didn't just go directly off of the movie. These are definitely some heightened, exaggerated looks here, but the movie is very trippy, so it's pretty cool there. And they actually could have done even more based off the movie, honestly. But who knows? If these are popular enough, maybe they will do a second wave.
I mean, not gonna lie, I don't see them being too popular. Just because I can't imagine too many people have seen Mandy.
We'll see if it becomes like a cult favorite type movie, but
Maybe.
maybe we'll see if the audience builds up some. But again, like I said, I think it's worth a watch for horror fans at least. And I think that was it. Yeah, for the reveals, that was a lot for day one.
Oh, so there's gonna be more days? I thought they revealed everything today.
From my understanding, there could be more reveals because you notice everything today, even if it was like in a lighthearted way, was horror related. And they said that there would be some other types of reveals this week. So I don't know if it's going to be like a lot, but I think we will see some more throughout the week. But
Oh yeah, that's right, because they're calling it Funkoween Week, right?
yeah, yeah. So I mean, they're of course they're going to be doing their like live streams and giveaways and whatnot. And like I said, I think there may be some more reveals as well. That's the way they talked about it. They said there would be reveals from the 24th to the 28th.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
But I think it's going to be for like some of these Funkoween figures, if they're anything like the figures from last year, some of these are going to start releasing pretty soon. That's the way it went last year. But I think if we see some other things revealed, it doesn't mean that they're right around the corner. It might take a while for them to release, so we'll have to wait and see.
Funkoween has sure come a long way, right? Remember when we first started collecting, Funkoween used to be in October, and it was just like four pops. they just released four pops, and that was it.
Yeah, and now and some people, I guess, is mainly new collectors that haven't like gotten used to Funkoween yet. This is literally like the time 6 months away from October, so it's kind of that early celebration for Halloween because horror fans are not just horror fans in October. They're horror fans year round. So
Right.
I think it's a brilliant idea by Funko to do this because that wait for Halloween to see things can be pretty tough. So again, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to somebody that has a full size skull on his, in his living room at all times. So I like spooky stuff.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've seen so far. For one thing, there's not a ton that I want, which it's taking it kind of easy on my wallet. But the things that I want, I think they are pretty cool. What would you say like, and to kind of close this up, like what would you say is basically at the top of your list out of what we've seen so far?
I would say at the top of my list, honestly, is probably that soda. I want the Freddy vampire soda. I want to get a couple of them so I can try to get that chase. That's at the top of my list. Besides that, I did pre-order the Elvira, right, after talking about how much it looks like the ones I already have. But I think after that, probably the Day of the Dead, Batman, Joker, Harley, and Bane.
Yeah, and our lists aren't far apart. I like that Freddy Funko soda. I want the Corpse Bride as well. That's pretty high up for me. Um, and I know my friend Cat D is really ready for that one too. I think a lot of people actually are gonna go for a Corpse Bride. It's gonna be tough if she's on Funko.com. I hope that she'd be a common actually, but we'll see soon enough. But yeah, the DC Day of the Dead I think is pretty cool as well. I'll go for a couple of those. I actually am not sure which ones. Like Batman's a definite. I think Joker's a definite. And Bane. The
We
other
have,
ones I think I'd have to see them up close.
I mean, Harley already looks like she's tipping over. She
Yeah, I
already looks
kind
like
of wanted to point that out. Yeah,
it's like,
which
come
is
on,
the
man.
issue. But that's the issue with some of these mainly female characters with the slim legs. They want to do that smooth criminal lean thing, that we talked about before. So, but yeah, I just need to see some of those up close. And then the Mandy, the same thing. Even though I think it's pretty cool that Funko has done this, I still want to see them up close first.
All right, guys. So let us know in the comments below what your favorite reveals are for Funkoween, or anything else you'd like to say. Thanks for watching and take it easy.
All right, y'all.
Dash with me,